Okay, let's look at ratios and proportions. We need to solve for the x variable. 19 over 10 equals x over 23. Not a hard problem. All you got to do is multiply and divide. So I take 19 times 23, 437. Divide that by 10. It's going to be 43.7. Okay, number 2, 4x plus 1 over x plus 9 equals negative 3 over negative 2. Well, this we're not going to be able to just multiply and divide. Obviously, you can tell by looking at it. So I need to label this A, B, C, and D. Okay, so I make the equation with a couple of parentheses on each side. A goes here, so that's going to be 4x plus 1. B goes here, that's negative 2. Negative 3 here, and x plus 9 right here. Drop it, drop the equals. Cover your variables. Do I have any minuses? I don't, so now I draw rainbows. We can't add 4x to 1, so we got to multiply both by negative 2. Can't add 1x to 9, so I got to multiply those both. So that's going to be negative 8x plus negative 2. And over on the other side, we got negative 3x plus negative 27. Okay, box the x's up. They're on opposite sides, so we pick one of them. It doesn't matter which one. We'll pick the negative 3. So plus 3x plus 3x. So over here, negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5x plus negative 2. And over here you got negative 27. Negative 2, so plus 2 plus 2. You got negative 5 times x. Negative 27 plus 2 is negative 25. So divide by negative 5. And that's x. Negative 25 divided by negative 5 is 5. Okay, what percent of 75 is 15? So set up your proportions. And it's the percent over 100%. And that's is, and that's of. So I don't know of a percent, so I put x, then after of, 75, then is, you got 15. 15 times 100 divided by 75, that's going to be 20. Okay, so x equals 20%. What's 63% of 150? Okay, percents, you got 63. After of, it says 1. Okay, and then it's is and of. So go find your word of. After that, it says 150, then x. Okay. So I take 150 times 63, divide by 100, and that's 94.5. Okay, 80% of what number is 20? 100%, and then we have 80%. And then is and of. So after of, it says what? So x here, and then is 20. Okay, so I take 20 times 100. Divided by 80. It's going to be 25, so x equals 25. Solve for x. The two triangles are similar. It means their sides are proportional. 6 and 10, then 4 and x. Okay, so 6 would match up with the 4, and then 10 would match up with the x. So I cross multiply and divide. 4 times 10 is 40, and then divide by 6. 40 divided by 6 is 6.6 repeating. Convert 6 yards to feet. So we know that 3 feet equals 1 yard. Okay, then feet and yards. Okay, so 6 yards, x feet. So 3 times 6 is 18. 18 divided by 1 is 18. Okay, now the next one, if I can buy 5 bagels for $12.50, how much would 8 bagels cost? So I'm trying to find out the cost. So my units would be money and bagels. X is bagels, Y is money. So dollars per bagel. Okay, I don't really know the dollars per bagel. It never really tells me. It says how much 5 costs, and I could divide that by 5, but with this direct variation, that means there's no beginning amount of money that we have to worry about adding to the equation. Because if I don't buy any bagels, I'm not going to spend any money. So with direct variation, that means it's proportional. The 2 units are a proportion. So I've got the x unit needs to be in the denominator, I can tell you that much. And then money's going to be in the numerator. So we know we got 5 for $12.50. Then 8, so 8 bagels x. Okay, so we're going to multiply and divide 12 times 8. 12.50 times 8 divided by 5 gives me 20. So 8 bagels are going to cost 20 bucks. Okay, number 9. Farmer number 1 can combine 1 square mile in 45 minutes. Farmer number 2 can combine 1 square mile in 55 minutes. Combine, not combine, combine. How long will it take them to combine 5 square miles working together? So I'm finding the minutes. So minutes is a very important unit, and so is the square miles. Okay, x is minutes, y is square miles. So square miles per minute. Square miles per minute, I really have no idea. Okay, I don't need to make a line because it says direct variation, so I know these form a proportion. Okay, you always want to put your x unit in the denominator. And then square miles and square miles. Okay, farmer number 1, he can do 1 square mile in 45 minutes, so 1 over 45. And then 1 in 55, 1 over 55. Then 5 square miles goes here, x on bottom. Okay, that's 4 over 99. I need to add those ratios, and then it's 5 over x. So I can just cross multiply and divide, so 99 times 5. Divide that answer by 4. It gives me 123.75. I'm just going to say 124. Okay, now this percent problem. An item costs $30. There's a 20% discount on the item. How much does the item cost with the discount? So we're going to make a percentage here. Now there's a word circle. The discount means I'm going to make a down arrow. So 100% is always my beginning cost. And then if it goes down by 20%, it ends up here at 80%. Okay, now the item cost $30 before they put it on discount, so that means the $30 goes with the 100. Okay, so 100%, and then we're going to use 80%. Now the $30 needs to be on the same side of the line as 100% because it matches up. 100% is before, so is the 30. So $30 here, and then we're going to put X right there. So 30 times 80 divided by 100 gives me 24, so X equals $24. I spend 10% of my monthly paycheck on groceries. If I spend $300 in a month on groceries, how much money is in my paycheck? All right, so I don't have a line. I don't have any word that would indicate up or down, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the 10%. Now the 10%'s on groceries. You can clearly see that, so groceries in total, groceries in total. So $300 in a month on groceries, so I spend $300 in X. Okay, so 300 times 100 divided by 10 is 3,000. Okay, next problem. 3/4 of the students in school eat school lunch. If there are 60 students eating lunch, how many students are in school? A fraction is treated kind of like a percent. So 3/4, you could also put 3/4 there. It doesn't really matter. Now, what do these do? They eat the school lunch. So eat school lunch, and that's total. Okay, 60 students are eating lunch. So that's, again, eat lunch and total. Now those 60 do eat lunch, so it goes on top, X on bottom. So 4 times 60, divide that answer by 3, and I get 80. Okay, next one, last one. 2 cars drive for the same amount of time. One car averages 50 miles per hour while the other car averages 40 miles per hour. The faster car ends up traveling 80 miles further than the slower car. How many miles did each car travel? So the miles is my answer. So miles and hours. So hours is X, miles is Y, so per. Miles per hour. I have 50 and 40. Okay, direct variation means drawing lines is a big waste of time because we don't have any amounts at the beginning of the line. Okay, without any hours, you can't have any miles. So I'm going to make our ratios. Now, if you put miles, hours, that's not going to make any sense because to use miles and hours as units, you have to have some of each in the problem, and I clearly don't have any hours. So I know they traveled for the same amount of time. So that's going to be distance divided by speed. Distance divided by speed. Okay, and then the speeds are 50 and 40. The distances we don't know. Nobody went 80 miles. One traveled 80 further than the other, so I don't know these. I'm going to call them X. But I know this faster car, he went 80 miles further, so I'm going to put plus 80 with that. Okay, so I can't just multiply and divide. I got to use the A, the B, and the C, and the D. So A is X plus 80, and B is 40. I know that's equal to X times 50. Okay, let's get ones in there. So equals, drop it. You don't have any minuses and your variables are covered. You can't add 1x and 80, so you multiply them each by 40. And same over here. So 40 times 1x is 40x, and 40 times 80 is 3,200. Okay, so on opposite sides, let's pick the 40x, get rid of him. So 10 times x, and then 3,200, and then divide by 10. So 320 equals X. So one of the miles is 320. To get the other one, you just add 80 onto it. So 400.